So I have always heard people say learn from other people's mistakes so you don't have to make them yourself. But honestly, the biggest lessons that I have learned didn't come from watching other people messing up. It's kind of fun to watch people mess up, but the biggest lessons came from me diving in and making my own mistakes and figuring out how to handle them. And if you have seen some of my early videos, you know that to be very, very true. So I just watched a video on YouTube from Busted Knuckle Woodworks, and he made a video about YouTube's auto-dubbing feature. He had just released his biggest video ever that was hitting a record high viewership of about 100,000 views in the first day. But then after the first day, the YouTube auto-dubbing feature kicked in and decided to replace his original English voice with another voice, English voice, that was just more like robotic and, yeah, artificial sounding. And people, of course, hated it. They started leaving the video and some even unsubscribed from his channel. So imagine that your biggest video ever and it is totally flopping your channel because of something that is out of your control. And the worst part was that Lee, who is behind the channel, he couldn't fix it, and YouTube support, which he got hold of, couldn't fix it either. He had no choice but to take the video down and re-upload it. If you're making content for YouTube, seriously go and watch this video. This is one mistake that you actually can avoid by watching somebody else fix it. So thank you, Lee, for sharing your experience with the rest of us. But there's a thing. I know for a fact that not every mistake is one that you can avoid by watching somebody else do it. Sometimes you just have to mess up yourself and learn from it. And that is something that I learned over and over again in my life. Like back in 2024 when I went to Latvia to learn timber framing with the Northmen. We were a group of people from all over the world with completely different skill sets. Some were professionals working in construction or full-time carpentry every day. And others like me were like more beginners, where woodworking maybe is just a hobby or YouTubing. But that didn't matter because we were all there to learn, and we all learned in our own way or at our own level and pace. And towards the end of the course there was this one last very complicated scarf joint that we needed to make. And it was kind of the thing that could make or break the whole structure of the cabin. And naturally we started suggesting that maybe one of the more experienced students should give it a crack. But Jacob, who is the lead instructor with the Northmen, he surprised everyone by saying he thought that one of the less experienced students should make this joint. And we were all thinking, are you sure? What if we mess it up? But that's the thing, Jacob wasn't afraid of mistakes. He knew that the best way to learn something was actually to do it, even if you weren't sure it would turn out perfect. And he was right. A student stepped up and made the cuts, and yeah, it wasn't perfect, but it was solid. And the experience taught all of us something that we couldn't have learned by playing it safe. That lesson really stuck with me, especially now that I'm planning my own upcoming workshop. I'm working on this project with Tom, who I met in Latvia, and we're using the sketches that Søren made. If you've seen my video from the trip, you might remember the building design on Søren's laptop in the middle of the video. That is actually what we are working on making real now. There's so much planning that go into a build like this. Getting the timber, where should we get it from, all the joinery, all the logistics, timing, and not at least permits to build it, finances, where to get those, and a lot of other stuff. But no matter how much we plan and plan and plan, I know that mistakes will happen. And honestly, that is okay, because those mistakes are going to teach me just as much as, if not more than, the things that go right. So the takeaway from this little talk is, don't be afraid of messing up. Dive in and make the cut, even if you're not sure it will be perfect. At the end of the day, the best lessons aren't handed to you. They are earned when you're brave enough to try and sometimes fail. See you, mate.